Good morning. If you could go ahead and take a seat, we're going to get started with our weekly 1 Million Cups Wednesday morning meeting. It's so great to see everybody here, to see all the networking and talking and communicating happening already. Hi, I'm Tina. I'm with Infinite Love Project, BeKindSign.com, and Action for Kindness. Also part of the 1MC community. And so let's get us started. 1 Million Cups is has a mission of being to lower the barrier for access to education, resources, and connections for entrepreneurs in our community. This mission does not get accomplished without our core pillars of our program, which are, these are presentations, not pitches. It's connection, not networking, even though you kind of have to network to make those connections. But the importance is the culture. This is for the community, by the community. Nobody has ownership of 1MC. We're not getting paid to be here. We're doing it out of the goodness of our hearts in a positive, collaborative spirit. And we're radically and intentionally inclusive. At the end of each pitch or presentation that we see, we ask, what can we do as a community to help you? The core program design is that every week on Wednesday mornings at 9 a.m. we meet, and we're right now meeting in the Magic offices on Main Street in Westminster. We have 2 presenters whenever possible, and occasionally we just have a community update, which is what's happening today. And then the presenters are the organizations that are asking for our assistance in our community. Should be less than 5 years old. If the organization is more than 5 years old, it's acceptable to come on in and get our opinion on like a new initiative. And we're happy to help with that. And then we always ask, of course, what can we do for you as a community? Our organizing team is Graham Dodge of Magic, Russ Hammett, Vinky Slinkman from Ting, John Wheatman, attorney at law, myself, Infinite Love Project, Jillian Snapwood, Dirigible, and our awesome Gabby Rose with Magic as well. So with that, I believe we have, as far as the community updates, I have 4 speakers signed up for community updates, and some others have shown up, and so we'll open the floor as we can. So the first person people I would like to call up are the career coordinators, career connection coordinators for high schools, Steve and Jenny. Come on up and give us an update.
Now I know why Steve's wearing a tie.
This happens all the time.
Hello, I'm Jenny Adcock. I'm the Career Connections Coordinator at Francis Key.
And I'm Steve Bowersax, and I do the same thing at Westminster High School.
So this is our second 1 Million Cups event, so it's pretty exciting. We love the new location, by the way. This is awesome. But no, we one of the things I will do a little shout out for is there's an upcoming job fair next week, May 4th at Winters Mill High School, and it's open to the community. There's going to be over 80 different businesses and partnerships in attendance, and so we really hope that we have a good turn. It's
3:30 to 7, I believe, and there's also going to be food trucks, which is very important to get people coming out. But yeah, 80 different companies, part-time jobs, full-time jobs, summer work, all age groups, I believe, will be.
Yeah, so anybody looking for a job, any of you guys sitting here today want a new job, come out and network and see what you can find. As far as what we do back at FSK and Westminster High School is we work with students, mostly seniors, who are looking to get hands-on experience in a career-related setting. So we work with a lot of businesses, we work with local businesses, we have kids who go into Pennsylvania and who go about an hour south into different organizations. And just to really give them a chance to get some hands-on exposure, see if it's a career path that they think they want to pursue. It's better to figure it out when you're in high school before you spend all that money in college, and Gabby's smiling. I don't know if that happened to you, I know it happened to me. and figure out what it is that you want to do. So there's 7 comprehensive high schools that have one of us, and then the Career Technology Center also has a career coordinator.
And the students have taken a cluster of classes in a certain area that interests them. They have to have a certain GPA, good attendance, good track record in school, not getting in trouble, because we're going to send them out in the community, hopefully to help you guys out also, and they get experience as well, but we kind of make sure that we're not sending people out that are going to be detrimental to what you're trying to do. And we could use a lot more help. We have a lot of kids who are interested in this now. You can get 24 credits to graduate. 24 credits to graduate? I should know that. You can knock that out in 3 years. So we have kids who are wanting to do something else besides sit in classes that they don't necessarily need and maybe wouldn't be interested in. So this gives them a chance to do something different, get out in a business, and again, like Jenny said, find out if this is what they want to do before they start laying down lots of money for college.
And I know Magic has 2 interns, right? To information technology. We have one here.
One's right there,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's awesome. And then I know Startup Portal has a couple interns, having finance and computer science. So it's really, we appreciate the partnership that our businesses provide and the opportunities for these students, because without that support, we do have a couple of in-house internships for some of our students who maybe have some transportation challenges, but otherwise, the real goal is to kind of get them out there and work with you guys as partners. So.
I'm sorry, where did you say that your job fair thing was going to be?
Oh, it's going to be at Winters Mill High School.
Yeah, and give us the date again, please.
Oh, May 4th, Winters Mill High School, 3:30 to 6:30,
7, I think I saw.
Is it 7?
3:30
Okay.
to 7.
And yeah, they're open to the community.
And which food trucks are going to be there?
Yeah. Let's get to the good part.
I'll check.
Whatever
and get back
ones
to
you
on
want.
that.
No, I'm
Right.
kidding.
But they've been planning this for a while, so I think they put a lot of really
Lot of
hard work
effort.
into it, and it'd be nice if we could get a lot of people to show up. We'll be there.
We'll be there, yeah.
Any other
Excellent.
questions?
Any questions? Thank you so much for
Oh,
that.
wait, Colin has a question.
I think that's amazing, and that really would help, especially with today. Like, so many less students are studying for college because they want to get right into the workforce. So that's super awesome. I love that. I was curious, like, how would you be able to like sign up your business for like next time?
You mean for the job fair?
Yeah.
It'll probably be an annual event, but
I hope so.
yeah, we can. If you want to give me your contact information before we're finished today. My colleague or our colleague Bobby Hollingsworth she's a career coordinator at Winters Mill. She's been doing a lot of the legwork for it. So yeah, so we can make sure.
Is there still availability for business?
I don't know. I believe.
I don't think there's availability for, well, I'm talking like I don't really know what I'm talking about here, but I think they've got the businesses in because there was a deadline,
Oh, yeah.
but I think that's kind of knocked out.
Yeah, I just, having the interns, just want to state kind of a value that you get out of it. But the kids are great, so they're very respectful, come through, but for me, I like to bring them on meetings, Zoom meetings that we have. And what I find is that the people on the other side love the fact that there's an intern there. So and then even Evan, we're sitting in one meeting and they're talking about some technology, and I was like, Evan, you have any questions? It's like, he brought it, it's like, is this kind of like the metaverse? I was like, out of the blue, it's like, all right, I'm just thinking at a different level, but having them there is great, and like I said, people on the other side love having the experience of just having someone there to learn. So.
That's awesome.
Great.
Yeah, thank you for having students.
All right. Anything else? All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
That's a great community update. So next, for our community updates, we have the awesome Doug Thompson with his update on some mega networking and connections you can make in the community. Come on up, Doug.
Where's your tie? Where's your tie?
Oh, his was so nice, I didn't want to wear one today. I knew he was bringing it. Gabby, were you able to get it in?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, of the one time that I'm doing an event, it's the same night as your job fair, so you can kill two birds with one stone. You can go to their job fair, get some new employees, then you can come to my event from 6 to 8. We'll be there afterwards. I have 9 organizations I put together: Carroll County Chamber, South Carroll Business Association, North Manchester Business Association, Greater Mount Airy, and other groups coming. We've already got 120 RSVPs. It's a great chance to come out, network your business, build your business. Rick's going to have a table there. I have 20 vendors there, free appetizers, over 20 gift cards. So it's a great way to network, build your business. Okay, great way to build your business. Everyone's invited. There's no cost, and it's at the Stratosphere in Eldersburg. So if you want to come, just come to Stratosphere anytime between 5 and 8. Bring your business card, meet some people, increase your business, and support Carroll County organizations and Carroll County businesses. Thank you all very much.
And if anyone has any questions, is there an online way to reach you, or what's the best way to?
The best way, if you have a question, just call me or text me at 240-508-3839. That's my personal cell, and I'll help you out and answer any questions.
Perfect. Anybody have any questions? Got it.
Thank you all very much.
Thank you, Doug. And next community update is going to be Chris with the Carroll Technology and Innovation Council. And I got it right.
Wait for the applause. Hello, I'm Chris. I'm the Executive Director of the Carroll Technology and Innovation Council. I'm going to go through some dates really quickly of things coming up. Most closest to us is May 13th, Friday, is our golf tournament. We still have a few open spots left to play in, probably about 10 open spots. So if anyone wants to play golf, you can go to the website, Carroll Technology and Innovation Council, and register. We also are part of the first in a long time Carroll County Women's Conference that is coming here October 10th to McDaniel College. We also are having our annual Ignite event, which is going to be its 10th year anniversary on October 19th. A couple things to kind of piggyback of what other people have said. So I've been with Carroll Technology and Innovation Council about 2 months now. And one of the things that we've really been involved in is workforce development. There's a couple things that are going on. One, we're trying to create a cybersecurity apprenticeship. That right now their apprenticeships are exploding in Maryland, but there are a lot around trades. But as you mentioned, I'm so sorry, I don't know your name.
Colin.
As Colin said, isn't it great if students, didn't have to go to college and they could just start working? Well, these apprenticeships are set up to do just that, and also get some training in that field. Right now, there's not a lot of IT apprenticeships out there, but I think IT is a field that's ripe for having apprenticeships in them. So we just started exploring how we might set that up. We're also working with McDaniel to set up a data analytics internship. Hopefully Rick will be one of the first takers of that.
I hope.
Yeah, he's got a lot of data to go through. There's also a system that, if you have questions, Premier Virtual, which is a system that is right now offered for free, through through Carroll County Workforce Development. And you can go on there, and they're planning on having monthly job fairs. So they're virtual job fairs, but if you, as a company, you can sign up, no cost to you, create a virtual, I'm going to say storefront, though it's not, virtual booth is what it is. And you can, it's kind of like a mixture of what you might see in a paid version of Indeed plus Calendly. So you can set up times where, maybe, hey, I'd love to talk to candidates between 2 and 4 on Wednesdays. And so you can put that on your booth, And if candidates are interested, they can say, hey, there's an open time between 2 and 4. I'm going to sign up for 30 minutes, and I'm going to be able to talk to that business owner about a job. So I think that's a great feature. And it stays open for about a month. And then there's a live version or a live event that takes place for about 2 hours, where if you during one of those meetings, you're like, yeah, I'd like to follow up with that person, you can call and have them come into the live or the virtual meeting, and they can be involved in that. And then the last thing I have to update you guys on is the Navigator program. So the other thing that I think Carroll County or Carroll Technology and Innovation Council does or will be doing is figuring out how to help businesses connect to tools that they don't have yet. So, I call it Navigator because it might be a tech navigator. So we might help you find what software you'd like to use. Maybe you want to change POS systems, or maybe you want to change hiring systems. We can help you through that process with no cost. The other thing is maybe you're looking for an opportunity to just reimagine your HR. We have partners in Carroll Technology and Innovation Council that can maybe come in and do an audit of your HR for free and see what's, where there might be holes or where we can help. So all of that, and again, this is a new program that we're just starting, but I'd love to get any feedback. We also would like to have some more volunteer navigators. We have navigators in the field of marketing, IT, and HR right now. Law technically, but I'd love to get more people involved in this, and it's kind of goes back to that for the community, by the community. Yeah, I figure we have a lot of experts in this community. Let's leverage some of their expertise to help other businesses find success. And that's all my updates.
Well, I'm just curious, the virtual job fair scenario that you said, that sounds something very similar to what Carroll County Workforce Development.
Well, that's who's doing it.
That's who's doing it?
Yeah. So,
okay.
So
that sounds very, very interesting.
One of the things, I'm involved with the apprenticeship group at Carroll County Workforce Development. And so one of the things not to do too much of like how the soup's made, but they can't do a lot of marketing, because of the way grants are written. But I can, so I can talk about Premier Virtual as much as I want, and it's a tool that right now is out there and it's being used and being leveraged by certain companies in our community. But it could be leveraged so much more. I mean, really large, small businesses, everyone can come take advantage of this, and it's free. So why not? I mean, it's not like you have to do it consistently. So if you have a hiring need right now, you can set up your profile, and do your hiring. Put your profile on pause for a while, and then come back to it when you need to hire again. So if you need help, you can contact me, and I can kind of put you in contact with the right people to get started. So.
Yeah, and I want to call them BERC. It keeps popping in my head, but it's formerly known as BERC, Carroll County Workforce Development, CCWD. And they have put that together and had it running, I think, for the past quarter.
Yeah, they've had a couple events.
Yeah,
and they've been successful so far.
And so I'm excited to learn that not only is it free, but you're going to help them get it out into the community, so it can be a useful tool.
Yeah, don't sleep on CCWD. That's my advice.
Yeah, they're doing some really good stuff out there. Excellent. Thank you for the update, Chris. And last thing is the golf tournament is what date?
Friday, May 13th.
Friday, May 13th. Oh, fun!
Friday the 13th.
There you go. Get your luck on.
I did not choose that day.
Great Green Billiards.
Magic will be there. We're a sponsor.
Magic is a sponsor. There we go.
Hopefully
Excellent.
Jason won't show.
And I think Action for Kindness, our new nonprofit, is going to be there as well.
Is the sponsor playing?
Oh no, my grandmother got a hole in one. I inherited her golf clubs, but I got no swing.
Wait, what? Hold on.
I got no swing.
Your grandmother was a golfer?
Yes, grandmother and grandfather. Yeah,
Really?
no, not professional.
Oh.
No. just in a retirement thing.
Oh,
But she did get that one thing that my grandfather never got.
hole in one.
Oh, she had that little trophy was only 4 inches tall, but boy, was it prominently displayed in the living room. So, well, thank you for that update. We have an update from Judith. Share Hope Through Art, who's doing great fun things with a new book. And so, what's your update, Judith? Come on.
If that was good, I could pull up my website.
I think it's up there. Let's see if I can do that.
So last Wednesday I talked, and Wednesday night I got this in the mail. So it's Crap Happens Philosophy, Introducing the Psychology and Sociology of Crap. So it sounds kind of like, it actually does go into Freud. And Robert I quoted over 400 people. So it started off as a joke book, sarcastic, and then I changed it to be about healing and about, yes, crap happens, but we don't have to be crappy. We can actually have a happy life. We can take our pain and turn it into, the crap, turn it into fertilizer and grow something beautiful out of it. So healing is possible and it's doable. And I have, 2 pages on the concept of sharing your story. And one of the ideas I had last year and shared January was I want to do compilation books. And I had about, 20 ideas to do, like share hope through art is suicide prevention and using art as a tool to talk about it and give hope. So this looks like potentially a downer book, but it's actually very hope-filled. And I have my master's in social work, management, community organizing / clinical, Title 4E, so it's families and children, and worked in the field a few years, and then I became a peer for 10 years, or a consumer of mental health services, and I'm like, after my master's, I'm like, wow, they didn't teach any of this in school. So having bipolar, I got to be, in the hospital and see how they treat you, and then you're like treatment or torture. It's kind of like a gray line, but now I'm actually having like beneficial services where it's totally optional. My therapist has read the book first. I'm like, am I manic? Nope, Judy, it's fine. So, it kind of goes through it, but there's only 3 pages on me. And my one friend is like, so you actually quote things you disagree with? I was like, oh yeah. I was like, you want to include both points of view. And I feel like right now there's like this culture of like getting angry at people and blocking people that disagree with you. And I'm like, no, you can disagree all you want, but like, I don't want you to die by suicide or drug overdose. Like, I care about you and I don't care about what you think. So I think that inclusiveness of, and I include like, let's stop fighting about the little things and deaths of despair, and let's just go ahead and end world hunger. Because if we come together on a mutual goal, we can do it. I have quotes of people saying we can do it. Mm-hmm. I have no idea. I can't even cook.
So much for doing your part.
What was that?
That's another book altogether.
I know, right? Oh my gosh. So this was the idea of Share Hope. This was 2021. This is my like annual report / book of tons of bright photos. But in the back, I had all these ideas of compilation books. So like people's stories of getting through hard times. Like I want to share that. Inspirational people living your legacy and also remembering your legacy. Because yes, we're not here forever, but like we can actually put like our families or friends like memories into a book. And and I'm like, all these ideas, I was kind of like, they're all good, but the only people that my thought will buy them is like people that are, So I'm hoping this will fundraise me to actually go from making $0 an hour to maybe $100 a week to start. That'd be awesome. But yeah, I got my first book review. Let me find, got the Crap Happens open. Let's see. If I go to, this is Share Hope Through Art. Let me find.
Yeah, right there's the link right there. Yeah, click that.
There we go. Or when I click on Order the Book, which is on craphappens.org, I have my first review, and I wanted to read it because it summarizes it perfectly. My friend Mary Ellen wrote it. Can you see all of it?
Yep, you need to read it, huh?
Yeah. Okay. This book can help many people to learn how to deal with hard things in their lives. The concepts shared help the reader to gain insight about how to become emotionally healthy instead of suppressing emotions or compensating for suffering in unhealthy ways. Ultimately, the goal is to prevent suicide and deaths of despair. So it's kind of
That's a great summarization.
I know, right? My
Yeah.
friend Mariana, she actually, so I've done like 3 outreaches, and I'm so excited that Ignite's coming. Because that's how I met Graham. And then I try to do like share her rocks, and that's how I met my friend Jill, who meets with me often and gives feedback and does art. And then I sent out the whole compilation ideas, and I met Marianne, who did this and submitted like her lyrics and stuff. But I'm gonna do like book releases. So that's, I guess, how I want to do like feedback, like talks or book releases, and maybe Ignite will be the first kickoff. I don't know if I get in. Got in last year, so I don't know if anyone has any feedback or
Any questions for
how to
Tina?
sell a book.
Yeah, we helped her with a press release that went out to about 500 reporters or so, Gabby. So yeah, and you sent a book to another author who had requested a copy.
I
Right?
haven't sent it yet.
Oh.
I ordered 5 more. I'm actually out of books, so I'm gonna have to borrow this because I'm like, maybe I could go to the job fair and be like, take orders.
So I used to run a bookstore. You can either do the legwork, go from bookstore, like small independent bookstores, bring a book, or mail copies of your book to the independent bookstores. And that's going to be, it's still a pretty old-fashioned business. So there's still a lot of like for example, even large penguins, they have reps that go out to every bookstore and say, hey, here's the books we recommend. Here's our. So I mean, if you can just go out, most bookstore owners are pretty friendly. You go in and say, hey, I'm an author. I'd like to either set a meeting with the bookstore owner, and you can start. There's a couple of really good independent stores in DC, in Baltimore, and I can get you those names. That's where.
That'd be
you might
huge.
start.
And Westminster.
Right up the street.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's
So,
certainly ones.
They
left.
say you can't sell them on Amazon, and I'm not right now. But when I looked at the consignment rules, like Rudolph Girls and another independent bookstore, they don't want you to sell it on Amazon. So part of me is like, so my son's going to preschool in the fall, so I'm kind of like, I'm not really worried about doing too much now. Like my life will open up then. But I was thinking like potentially like gardening, like painting your own pot, and then like talk about fertilizer, and you gotta drill a hole in it to learn to plant a seed of hope or kindness or whatever. Or
A tactile version
Yeah,
of here's what we're
tactile.
talking about.
yeah, so like I was like, that could be like a fun event. So I think I'm gonna try to do something with the library. I put my book in that get in circulation on Friday, when it can take a month for them to agree or disagree. And then my cousin was like, maybe you could do like mudslides and do the kids dirt for the kids, and so I don't know. I just
So I'm not sure, you're saying, who is saying that you can't put it on Amazon? Is that your company?
no, I don't have a. This
Smaller
is all me.
bookstores don't want the big,
Like,
big brother competition.
Rudolph Girls doesn't. And then it's also, so I'm not sure why. I think Amazon tries to make you do deals or something. I don't know why they don't want. It's not.
If you don't ask, the
So-
answer's always no, so maybe you should just research it yourself.
Yeah, well, I know the Rudolph Girls said they didn't want it on Amazon. But they may. I don't know if they look into it or not.
Well, and if you're not on Amazon.
And I'm not right now.
Then-
So
Yeah.
yeah.
So the reason independent bookstores don't want you or really any book on Amazon is because Amazon started out as a book sales virtual storefront. And so what they did to get market share was undercut the prices of books. They would sell books at a loss for, just to grab market share from these small independent bookstores, which really put a lot of strain on small independent bookstores, and why you saw a large decrease during the mid-2000s of small independent bookstores, is because they just couldn't compete with free shipping and losing 10 to 15 bucks on every book.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
why.
I kind of like the idea of going reverse. So being like, can I do consignment through people and nonprofits? Like, if I sell it online for, let's say, $25 and sell it to people I know for like $18, they could keep the difference, or make it a fundraiser. And I sent it to you. I was like, that'd be cool if we had like Girl Scout cookies. They have the form and you get to check. How do different nonprofits having like their art or something to sell? So like, and whoever does the order actually gets money too. It's like a.
Talk to Vicky at Hans Pork and Beans.
Okay.
She sells a lot of local businesses, foods and products. Actually, American Ice Cafe too. They might be willing to do something with you because they sell a lot of local product as well. So there's a couple places locally that aren't nonprofits that do partner with.
It doesn't have to be a bookstore either. It's just
Yeah.
someone
Right.
local in the community.
I
helping
know Billy
support
was
others
saying
in
with the
the
other
community.
versions, like you want it in our like the storefront of the recording studio, like that. I was like, yeah, But I'm like, that'd be so cool to get musicians to like sell it or something. So like, this is the version that's available now, but I'm totally not against adding to it. So like, if a musician really liked it and read the book, they could add a quote or have another version. I don't know. Yeah. So thank you. I will follow up.
Thank you, Judith. That's an awesome quote, and I love the thought of the support that came through your update of how to connect with the community, and that there are other independent businesses in the community willing to help other businesses and nonprofits in the community. That's the kind of community support that 1 Million Cups is all about, and we're grateful for that. The entrepreneurship. So I'm going to go ahead and open it up to any other updates. So I think
I probably should follow.
Rick,
Yeah, I'll put it all together.
CFO Rick with Startup Portal. Here we go.
1 second. Let's see here if I can find it. All right. Let's see. Pardon me 1 second. I should have this prepared.
Nice.
It's worth it.
Are you trying to screen share?
No. I just, all right. So I'm putting this all together. I'm Rick, the Startup Portal. We just opened Cumberland last week. Startup Portal Cumberland.
Congratulations.
So I'm going to put together Judith's story and kind of what it's like to be a startup and be in the entrepreneurship world. Basically, please call me ASAP. Emergency. Crap fell from the ceiling. Sewage all over the floor
Oh no.
the day before opening. So crap happens. So I'm in here with Graham, and I didn't answer the call, and I get out there, and poor Nick, who was up there, kind of, it's our advanced team, let's say, putting it together, thank God. He walks in, and they're cleaning the place, and the plumber hit the sewer line. So literally coming down on the floor, and there's two sides, a conference room and then the co-working side's on the other. But Judith, you've been on our minds all week. So apropos, let's say, for the fact that that's what it's like, right? And even from hearing from everybody today, whether it's the students or Chris talking about the opportunities, this little town has some great entrepreneurship. It's community. So really, that's the message I think Magic and everyone here is saying, is that you can feel that it's developing and building, and glad to be part of it to the extent that we can help. As Chris mentioned, hopefully we'll get some interns, but we do have beta. So if you have someone looking for a business plan, wants to do a business, we can give them a lot of sample plans. Chris is meeting with some agriculture folks next week. So we're actually pulling our database to give him agriculture type companies that raise money through crowdfunding. But on top of that, he can click in and see different type of business plans. So we can share the information. But I can tell you, just being part of this and seeing everybody show up and develop this little ecosystem is very nice. Now, well, I will say in comparison, Cumberland is building a fiber network. So they're ripping up their city, building a fiber network. And what's happening with the pandemic, and what I heard from a lot of the officials up there last week, is that they're getting such a demand for housing of professionals wanting to live and work wherever you live, right? So their real estate being basically bought up, and they're putting professional housing downtown, and they're redoing their downtown. So in some respects, I think we're a little bit ahead of them. So it's really nice to see Westminster is putting this together, develop. And like I said, glad to be part of it and kind of share our stories. And if you need information, we have interns that can look it up for you.
Yay! Thank you, Rick. Yes, Rick is our CFO.
I try.
Yeah, he definitely knows the numbers and has a very good perspective on businesses at all levels, including, multi-million-dollar, funding needs because you're at that level. We will get eventually, because that means we're doing awesome work in the community, which is the goal. Does anyone else have update? No?
I just here to talk to people.
Okay, excellent. Anything else that you guys can think of? I know that Magic here, this.
Yeah, I can do a quick
we had a ribbon cutting and.
Yeah, we had a
fun
ribbon
stuff
cutting
happened.
to sort of launch the community space here that you're all sitting in right now, of course. But we're actually going to start having community cybersecurity workshops for seniors. That starts May. Gabby, do you know? The senior online workshops.
It starts May 24th.
It's right there. Thank you. May 24th.
She did that right off the top of her head.
Right. Yeah. And then we also have, maybe you know Mike Sheila, local cybersecurity guru. He's going to be hosting various cybersecurity workshops for small businesses here at Magic as well. That also starts in May. So if you go to magicinc.org and you go to our events page, you can see information about both of these workshops, the Senior Online Safety Workshop, SOS, and the Cybersecurity for Small Businesses workshops. We also have our next Capture the Flag competition, Capture CTF 12, on April 30th, coming up this Saturday. So I think we have up to almost 200 students now registered.
Wow,
almost 200
that's
students
awesome.
registered. And we just got several teams from UMBC registered as well for that. Just spoke to them yesterday. So we're glad to see people coming together physically too. So we have the way CTF works, or the way that it used to work before the pandemic, is different schools and libraries would actually host students. And so they would pay actually a fee, a small fee, to then be a host location. We would spin up these instances online for them to actually access all the puzzles. But there was this camaraderie and community that was created, an agency that was developed with these students by actually hosting these things physically. We lost a little bit of that during the pandemic when everything went virtual, even though it was very adaptable for us to go virtual. We did it successfully. And we had tons of students participate. We feel like we lost that sort of sense of agency that gets developed when people meet physically. And so it was good to hear and see that people like UMBC are actually signing up to be host locations and having students meet physically on campus or in libraries. So anyway, that's a nice sort of change back to normalcy that we're starting to see.
How many locations do you have for the Capture the Flag this year? Do you know? 200
40?
students is awesome.
It's like 40 or 50.
Quite a few.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's all global. Estonia, we have teams in Estonia. I think we might have teams in Northern Ireland again this year. I'm not sure. But yeah, no, it's a global competition now. And one of the reasons why we embrace that is because we want to expose our Carroll County students to the global marketplace, competitive landscape, and they get to make connections with these other students as well. We're also actually talking to, this will be of interest to the entrepreneurial community here. We're talking to Estonia, an agency in Estonia through Thomas Baird. If any of you know who Thomas Baird is from the Community Foundation, or no, he used to be a public official here with the Air National Guard. He's the reason why Westminster is the sister city of, I think it's Paide, Estonia. And he had that initial connection and connected us to Estonian institutions as well. We're developing a program where we're going to partner Estonian app developers with our entrepreneurs here so that you can get, like, if you've got an idea for an app but you don't know how to build it, we can find. I know, it's one of the things we get asked all the time, because people come to Magic asking, hey, can you help me build an app? So now we actually will have a resource of these, they'll be overseas, of course, but these will all be students looking to build their portfolios. And I mean, they live and breathe technology in Estonia. They're, in many ways, very far ahead of us in terms of how they incorporate technology and cybersecurity into their education. So we'll get to bring that resource to Carroll County entrepreneurs here. Those are the main updates.
And you also have a date and a location for Good Game Fest, correct?
Oh yeah, so November 4th, 5th, and 6th is going to be the next Good Game Fest, which is our healthy gaming festival. And that's going to be at the Best Western convention or conference and hotel over here in Westminster. So we had it at Town Mall last year, and this year it will be at the Best Western. And we should be starting to announce partnerships again, hopefully with like Ravens Gaming League and some of the other people that participated last year. Certainly Save Point in Union Bridge will be bringing out their free play arcade games. They just told us yesterday that they got a whole shipment of like these like really rare Japanese vintage games that apparently people pay a lot of money for. So they'll be bringing those kinds of games out. We're talking about doing some late night, like Midnight Madness type gaming competitions in addition as like a new feature this year. But yeah, it's a 3-day gaming festival. And there'll be some panel discussions and sort of conference sessions about how to protect your kids against game addiction while also looking at what all the benefits of gaming and what can you learn through gaming and what kind of healthy habits and connections can you develop through gaming. So that's what the Good Game Fest is all about. Any other questions? Yes, Steve.
Any connections, or they may have made connections with you with City Park, gaming, and brewery up the street?
Yeah, I actually went in there, I don't know, maybe last year and introduced myself to the owner. So we are going to be connecting with them to try to bring them in as a partner on this as well. We have Tables and Towers here in the town mall.
Yeah.
They're a partner. Save Point Union Bridge, who I mentioned. And then we have good indication that Ravens Gaming League will come back as a partner this year again too. But yes, we want to get City Park involved as well.
I've heard of Laughing Coffin.
Oh yes, Laughing Coffin.
I don't know if you work with them at all.
Laughing Coffin in Tawny Town. They are another console, PC, and tabletop gaming facility, very similar to Tables and Towers. So we'll be sort of deferring to Tables and Towers on whether or not they're okay with us, including Laughing Coffin. Right. But we think it's a good idea. We would like to. And our position is that, any kind of industry sector density that we can develop here in Carroll County is a good thing, even if it's slightly competitive. All right.
Excellent.
Thank you
for the updates. Thank you, Graham. And we have an update from someone online, Vicki Slinkman. Thank you so much. Wanted us to make sure that we got out the word. The RCIS, Rape Crisis Intervention Services of Carroll County, is hosting their 14th annual Walk a Mile in Their Shoes. It used to be her shoes, heels, but now it's their shoes. And the event is on May 14th, and you can register online at runsignup.com and look for Carroll County's 14th annual RCIS Walk. It's a very good supportive organization here in Carroll County.
And that update was from Vicki Slickman of Ting.
From Vicki Slickman of Ting.
Who is a sponsor, I believe, of that event, right?
There we go.
I think so.
She didn't indicate, but that would make sense.
Yeah.
So do we have any other updates from the community that's here or online? Because I can read it out.
And there can be questions too, if you have anything you want to ask.
What you got?
June 10th, Carroll Community College is having a business summit from 9 to 3:30 with multiple businesses and chamber members and leaders talking about business and things going on. So it's June 10th at Carroll Community College.
June 10th, Carroll Community College, a business summit. I love that thought. So I'll have to look into that myself. June 10th, business summit at Carroll Community College. Also, Carroll Community College, I'd like to go ahead and put it out there that it's a save the date. We're organizing a for the community, by the community Rotary fundraiser at the Rotary Amphitheater. It's going to be, we're working on a family music fest. And it'll be a fundraiser for the community, by the community. By the community, for the community. There we go. So I saved the date for July 16th for Amphitheater at Carroll Community College. Any other events that are coming up? The annual, now that we're back out and about, thankfully, the annual Rotary Oktoberfest, which is at Rotary has 4 clubs that meet throughout the county, and they all get together for a fundraiser, and all of the money stays in the county to help people in the community. The Oktoberfest is, I believe, October 16th. I better double check that because I want to get.
While you're looking that up, I know the City Council will be voting on the fiscal year budget in May, coming up soon. So if you're a city resident and you're supportive of the Digital Twin project, the autonomous corridor project that we've been talking about here at Magic for the last several months, might be a good idea to write your elected officials and tell them how much you support the project. She hasn't been to this, no.
I have not, I don't have the date, I believe
okay,
it's the 15th, 16th. So save the date on the Oktoberfest. Did you find it?
No, this is different. This
Okay.
Can you read that one?
Oh, thank you very much, yes. And artwork is due today for that, I believe. It's the first annual Cultivating Compassion Art Show that, again, the community college is going to be the Langdon Gallery. The exhibit runs from May 2nd to May 6th, so just for 1 week. And they were calling out for art throughout the community of compassion and overcoming any mental health illnesses that you have. They said that the art did not necessarily have to have flowers in it, but the Partnership for Health of Carroll County and the community college got together, and they're doing the first annual Cultivating Compassion Art Show. Supports them by the exhibit runs again May 2nd through the 6th at the community college. Thank you for that. Any other updates, things that are happening in the community? Okay, I'll go ahead and do a wrap up. We want to thank our sponsors, Magic, for the initial bringing 1 million cups to our Westminster community, for the space, the new space, congrats on that. To Startup Portal for our alternate space and all of the supports that you give us, yes. To Jeannie Bird for the coffee, go-go juice, and fun pastries. Thank you, Bernie at Jeannie Bird, you're awesome. Our online coffee sponsor is Furnace Hills Coffee. So you can go to furnacehills.com and furnacehillscoffee.com, thank you, and put in the code 1 million cups Westminster.
1MC Westminster.
1MC Westminster, thank you so much. And you can get 25% off your coffee. With that, I want to let you know that 1 Million Cups is here to help build the entrepreneurial community in Westminster. It all kind of started with a dream of let's get everybody connected with fiber and build an ecosystem on that. And that's what 1MC is here to help facilitate, getting entrepreneurs together to understand the resources that are here in our community. Sometimes we have 1 speaker, sometimes we have 2, and next week it could be you. Go to 1millioncups.com/Westminster and click Apply to Present. You answer a couple of questions, 1-sentence answers will help you with a pitch deck if you're brand new, and will help plug you into the ecosystem. So everybody have a great week. We'll see you next Wednesday.